This will be a multi-part series of a current drama that's going on in my household here, and some crap that's being drummed up by my Jehovah Witness mother-in-law, who is a classic narcissist and a master manipulator of people around her. And it kind of sounds like it's a stereotype, the in-laws, differences between a spouse and the in-laws or whatever. And I'm an easygoing guy. I get along with everyone, but this particular couple takes the cake, and this is my wife's parents, and it's not coming from me or the stereotype. You're going to hear firsthand from my wife her venting about them and that they are up to their tricks again, uh, defaming my wife's character within the congregation, the Jehovah Witness congregation. And this stems from other drama that they're doing that my wife is calling them out on. So the story goes, it's not a story, it's all true. My father-in-law, he got sent to the emergency room, and his wife, the mother-in-law, basically she's telling the congregation that he has a mental degenerative disease that was diagnosed, and she's been writing that sympathy card for a good year, just about. This has been forever. Everyone in the congregation thinks that my father-in-law has this degenerative mental disease, but in reality, it's alcoholism. And there's proof in these videos coming from them, and my wife and I pretty much are calling them out because recently my father-in-law got sent to the emergency room because he was hungover and passed out. My wife tried to get him up. He was unresponsive, called the ambulance, took him to the emergency room, and after they did their checks on him and everything, they see this stuff all the time, I would imagine. Yes, he had a blood alcohol level of 300. So he was passed out and couldn't wake up because of it. And he was hiding this from everyone for the longest. And the, my mother-in-law seems like she's using the story of this degenerative mental disease to mask his alcoholism. And in the meantime, the whole congregation is helping them out by meals and buying them stuff and helping them out financially. And she is writing this particular scam up to this point. And another thing that she's been doing that she confesses to my daughter in such a way that makes it look like Jehovah is shining his light onto my mother-in-law is, okay, she goes to the supermarket, she's at the checkout counter, but she doesn't have enough money to buy some of the groceries there and she has to return things. So there's a good Samaritan in the line behind her that says, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'll cover that." My mother-in-law, she's not elderly. She's upper early 70s, 60s around there. But she's still independent in such a way. But she, a good Samaritan will pay for her groceries, and then she will call my daughter, my wife, and say, "Oh, Jehovah was looking out for me. A good Samaritan came over and paid for our grocery bills, and that was the thing." Okay, if it happens once, no big deal, but you should know how much you could spend or not spend. She does this multiple times, at least 3 times that I know her. It's a habit now, and now this misjudgment of funds has turned into a scam that she's perpetrating upon unsuspecting good Samaritans in the checkout line on the supermarket to pay for her groceries. And she's playing the, "oh, woe is me, damsel in distress" card. But she justifies it as saying that it's Jehovah's helping her out doing this. I'm sure God is not helping her out by scamming people to buy her groceries. But this is the type of woman we're talking about, and her narcissistic sort of way. Well, with the stunt of this hospitalization because of drunkenness, my wife finally got the proof that she needed, that her my in-laws' claims of her father not having this mental degenerative disease is baseless. There's no proof of that. If anything, the doctor said that talking to him, there's no even need to do any tests because he doesn't have that particular disease. It would have manifested itself in another way, and I could have, something like that would be, known, especially from the records, the hospital records from prior visits when my mother-in-law is trying to convince the doctors to do more checks on him to prove that he has this degenerative disease. But what she is doing is trying to have proof so she could go to the congregation and drum up some sympathy. My wife called her out on it. When the husband was at the hospital, of course, the Jehovah Witnesses sent out 2 elders as the hospital liaison committee. I didn't approach them or talk to them, just said my hellos because I knew them by association. I wasn't going to play the anti-Jehovah card or anything like that. I was concerned for my father-in-law up to that point when I found out he was just drunk and passed out. But my wife, she went out and started blasting it. Everybody is like, oh yeah, he's just drunk. He doesn't have this degenerate mental disease. And these 2 particular liaison committees are actually elders. So there's a 2-witness rule requirement there. And this story is going to unfold and the recording will explain itself. This is just a preamble to that, so it'll make sense because it's a recording. But at this time, my wife is venting to me that now her mother is on a defaming campaign trying to say that my wife is an alcoholic, which there's no proof of, and I would have known because I don't tolerate that type of stuff. And she's venting this to me and everything, and I come up with a plan to say, hey, let's put this to a stop. Let's confront her and pull her punk card about it. And I used a technique called the OODA Loop. It's not a technique. The OODA Loop, observe, orientate, decide, and act. It's an acronym for that, is the decision-making process that everyone uses. And in the description below it's another video briefly describing it, so you would know what that is. And this is the only video that I found that had like a church or religious connotation to using the OODA Loop in a positive way. I myself am going to use this OODA Loop process to disrupt my mother-in-law's decision-making abilities by making her skip a beat and having to orientate multiple times so I stop her from dominating the conversation. The second video will show that I'm actually talking to my mother-in-law, but this video is going to be long. I'm going to cut this short, my intro to this, and just have the tape explain itself. Hopefully this will be a good tool that you'll see in practice in real life situation as far as my family drama going on with Jehovah Witnesses, and hopefully this will help out worldly spouses out there, including ex-JWs trying to save their family. Okay?
I was just going to say, like, you know how I told you that, well, I mean, you saw it happen, that my mom came at me at the elevator about me?
Yeah.
She was talking to about that and saying, and instead of, like, talking about my dad, like, she was trying to divert the attention and saying that I had a drinking problem.
What?
And that about my red blood cells and blah, 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 and like, I've seen her drink with us, and she drinks more when she's with us just because she's with family, but she's never even been drunk. He was like, she'd be like, oh, I've had enough, and he'd be like, and he was defending me, like, and being like, why are you, like, talking about her? She's not the one who went to the hospital with a hangover. I have to get more details because he was driving and talking at the same time, but I was like, really? She's like at her, she's doing that crap, like, already to me. Like, she's making me look out, like, to be like a drunk.
Yeah.
And she's talking to people like that about me to divert the attention off my dad.
Oh yeah. She's
but
it's
so messed up because she's not talking like she cares about me or that she wants me to get help. She's trashing my character.
I know. She's been doing that for a decade
No,
now.
I know, but just, can you believe it? Even, like, about this, I didn't even ask for this. I just went to the hospital to take her there. Like, we did.
We all went.
And suddenly she's pointing fingers at me, and I haven't even said anything.
Yeah. I mean, we all went under concern about your dad, you know, and it's like, what? You know?
And she was already after me. It's awful. She's just, like, such a bad person. She's pretending to be all spiritual and wonderful, and I think that bugs me the worst.
Don't let it get to you.
It's hurtful, though. I mean, she was already talking to him like that, and someone was like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like, at least. And I was like, so why is she even talking about me? Like, how did this become me?
It's like you said, it's diverse.
Yeah.
You know?
But man, it's crazy stuff, you know? Like, I wouldn't have even saw this coming at me.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. She should know that I wouldn't tolerate something like that.
Well, also, I've been trying to eat more healthy, and if anything, she drives people to want to have a drink even when they didn't want to have a drink, you know?
Yeah, I hear you.
Just the stress of, like, her being there trashing my character, you know?
Well, it's her fault that we're moving, I mean...
Well, yeah.
You know?
We haven't come out and said it to her, but we've come out and said it to other people.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we couldn't... I mean, really, at this stage in our lives, instead of, you know...
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say bitter, but it freaking hurts, you know?
Yeah.
So, just to go through all that again.
So, yeah, I didn't get all of what Mom said about me, but I'm going to ask more.
Maybe that's best.
I don't know. I just want to know, like, what exactly is she saying, because if she's saying it to him, she's saying it to all her friends that she lied to about my dad to divert the attention onto me.
Yeah.
Because I've been saying, no, he doesn't have, you know.
Right.
And now she's calling it his brain problem. And he sounded very together today, like, because he hasn't been drinking. He sounded all there. And even I had said that, and then when I called them, he got back to me. He was like, you're right, Dad sounded so clear today. There's no outside. No,
I mean... We had the same conversation, you know, years ago. I mean, what little that we talked to each other about.
Yeah.
You know? Like.
But he played off of it, like he totally.
He did. I mean.
You can't prove it, but he did.
Yeah.
He was like, oh yeah. He never said he had it, but he didn't say he didn't. You know.
Guilty from what do you call that? Not admission, but. I don't know, there's a term for it where what you don't say is what, you know.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
You could have been like, hey, no I don't, and stop saying I do, because my records don't say that. You know?
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know.
I don't understand. They're my own parents. I don't understand, like, what's going on. Like, I know, all my years, they always were covering up and making it look like everything's fine, you know.
The thing is that
them,
they're doing this to their kids.
And they would make you out to be the messed up person, like, you're so messed up, you're so immature, you're so, you know, you're so unstable. My mom would, like, talk to people about how unstable of a teenager I was, or I was probably just dealing with her crap, you know.
I hear you.
But she likes to talk about that, like, oh, you know, she came from an, unstable place, so don't even trust her. You know, like, she wants to make me out to be that.
Like, when I first met you and stuff, you were stable as hell. You know,
I didn't feel stable, but...
Well, faked it really good, I guess.
I got that from them. No, I feel like I never have wanted, like, even if I felt destructive, I always wanted to solve my problems and make life better, not worse, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was just the latest BS, you know. So.
Yeah. Well, you figure she's on a rumor mill now, and if she told today or whatever, who knows who else she told? You know, she's got a story running up in her head now, and it's just
even said you know she will most likely do that too, because I told her like you know how my mom is, and she's like, oh I know, I've seen her, and she's all, but now I know, and I believe you, and she's like, and I will stand by you on this.
Well, it's a good thing that we're leaving now. I mean...
Oh, yeah.
You know.
No, because she would just keep doing it, you know. She's always going to keep doing it.
Well, she could keep doing all she wants.
And my dad will pull another stunt eventually, you know, after all this cools us off, you know.
Yeah, but he's gonna wind up killing somebody or something, I don't know.
I don't know, but I don't want to be around. You know why I want to move.
Oh, I know. And it seems like there's
isn't it like they're turning it up, like turning up the craziness?
The crazy, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like all of a sudden that you know, drama is like 3 times as worse. But really, that's what a trauma. I mean, I thought it took the cake that your dad took.
I know. But no, that wasn't the extent. Like,
no, that was just the tip of the iceberg.
I know.
No, you had to be non-responsive to where your mom is, you know, and she tells that lie so many times that she believes it now. You know what I'm saying?
I swear, yeah, exactly.
And that one morning when that took place, you know, she just went balls to the walls.
And then other people were calling me like, your dad just went in an ambulance.
Yeah. So.
It was funny when like, how's your dad? Because first I hear he goes in ambulance and nobody talks about it. And I'm all, oh, that's because his blood alcohol is over 300. And she's all, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh. And she's not like a gossiper. She just genuinely wanted to know how he was doing. She's like, oh. She's all, well, that's the one problem we don't have in our family, but we have a bunch of other problems. And I'm like, I wish my mom was sorry. Like, she should pretend she's perfect still. And I'm all, and that's worse. And she's like, isn't it worse when they, like, don't apologize? And I'm like, exactly. But, you know, but they won't change. I'm all, it would mean so much to me. I would have so much validation in my life and less therapy. And we were just, like, joking on, like, you know, I was just like...
Yeah.
Serious but joking.
Yeah, but true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think their crazy is actually on the uptick, which we kind of predicted anyway.
But people are still bringing us food because my mom's like, oh, so-and-so brought us food. And then she was like saying, it's not organic. Like, she was, also, that was a dig toward me too.
Oh,
like, I'm a food snob dig. She's made a few of those.
I'm telling you, you should really bring up the fellow.
I'm not even touching it because that's why she's like going off on this because she's trying to protect him from that happening. She's like gonna make me look bad. Like I need that to happen.
Well, no, because there was 2 other witnesses. You know the 2. You know, so.
Well, I'm sure something's gonna happen, but. My parents are all just like hushed, like they won't even say.
There's a thing called OODA Loop, and it's a psychological thing that pilots used to do because you know when they do a dogfight in the air, you know, it's like it's how people sort of make decisions. You know, they look at something, they assess it, they make a decision, and they act on it. Well, breaking the OODA Loop. I forgot what the acronym stands for, but breaking that loop by making them go left when you want to go right, or you know, of that nature.
Yeah.
Gets them to break that and have to sort of, you know, second guess themselves and you know, it breaks their little habit. Yeah.
So what should I say? Just like, oh, like how should I like?
Oh,
I'm just
put me
asking
in
if
it.
I decide to say something, like how should I go about it because I'm bad at this?
Well, tell them that I want to know. It's like,
Oh yeah, because then it
there's
makes
gonna
it
be
look too, because is all upset that they are a bad example to you as Christians.
Oh, she said that?
Yeah. She's all, and such a bad example to, what does that show him? And I'm like, oh, see, they've been bad examples since he was married to me. So I'm like,
I know, right? No,
I'm all, this is not just happening yesterday. And she's all, oh no, this has been going on for years. Like that, she's telling me that.
Tell your mom that I found in the elders manual that it has to be a judicial. It's mandatory when public drunkenness has been established. This is it. It is. You know. You know, something to that effect. I'm sure you could come up with.
Yeah, like,
that, but,
you know, really wants to know what goes on. You know.
Yeah, I read in the elders manual, and I got the copy. I got a couple of copies. That, you know, it's like according to that manual. A judicial committee should be.
I think you should ask them. That would just like make them totally nervous.
Well, you know, I think I will.
Yeah, I mean,
I think I will.
You're wondering anyway,
yeah.
And like ask my dad and mom.
that manual. I don't know why, but it's kept secret from the rest of the congregation. It's a secret freaking rule book that nobody else knows. So how, when somebody goes to a judicial meeting?
Well, my dad's been an elder, so.
Has he?
Yeah, he used to be an elder for years. He was removed a long time ago. I don't know, because they're still hushed about that too.
You know, there's a rule in there.
They hide a lot of things from me.
I know they do, and you know there's a thing in there.
I meant my parents, not the elders.
No, but the elders rule book, it's got something. There's like a double standard in there. Okay, you do a sin, you know,
But don't go through all that, because then my mom will be defending Jehovah's Witnesses.
No. I'm not gonna.
You have to throw out the thing about the drunkenness instead of.
Yeah. No.
And not like, oh, the elders manual says.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go through details and stuff.
Yeah.
I want to be really subtle about it. And but I was saying that in there, you know, like you do a sin, and you got to go through the judicial meeting, and you're gonna get this fellowship.
Yeah.
But for males or even if there's a prospective,
and he's a ministerial servant.
Yeah, but if there's a prospective elder, like somebody that's going to go into elder, and you do because they'll ask you, have you done anything in the past, whatever, that prevents you from being an elder, and I was like, well, I didn't confess to, you know, public drunkenness, and I got a DUI, and then I didn't tell anybody, you know, something to that effect. Well, they could decide if it goes too long and nobody knows about it, and I have to look at the wording, but if it goes too long of a time period, it could be like swept under the rug in a way. And it's like, oh, then don't worry about it, you know.
Yeah.
And there's some other stuff in there too, like infidelity from one of the spouses. If the lady is doing infidelity, then yeah, she's going to get this fellowship, and everybody's going to know, or at least the husband, right, is going to know. But if the dude has infidelity and he goes to the judicial meeting,
I don't think so, because like usually they both get this fellowship.
Well, yeah, he could get this fellowship, but he's not. But if the wife doesn't know about it, they're not going to tell her. And that's in black and white it's written. That's one of the rules. It's written in that.
Oh, that's messed up. If that's true.
Oh, it is. I got it like highlighted in my thing. Is like, what? Hey, I want to know. I mean, they opened up a big old can of worms with protecting pedophiles, and it's like, what the hell's going on behind closed doors? So I'm researching all this stuff, you know, and they got the manuals online, And the old manual, they got a new one for 2019, but the one that they've been using before for the longest time
is the one you have.
Is the one I have, and I got the other one in electronic form. But the thing is that remember when you told me, so how do you know if it's real? Well, that old one was used in the Australian Royal Commission as evidence. It's a real, legit copy, so I know that one's real. This other one, I think I'm pretty sure it is real, but I can't prove it unless I compare it to whatever. But I'm pretty sure it is the same. And the thing is like 2 or 3 times bigger. And the part of child abuse is instead of a paragraph like they had before, where the branch office.
They just got a new article on on their policy.
I know. It's lip service to protect their asses if they get called into court again. No, it is really, and still it's. I mean, they did have a few improvements, but they still want them to call the branch office first instead of the police. You know, so yeah, and that's written in the new rule book. You know, call the branch office first to see if if it's legal for us to, if it's against the law not to call authorities or something to that effect. You know, so yeah, they still cover their butts, and that's just wrong.
I have something on my end table that says the viewpoint now.
Yeah, what they're telling everybody else, but what goes on behind the scenes is totally different. I know I sound like a nutcase.
I know.
Conspiracy. And,
well, I'm just not saying don't do all that when you do. Just make them nervous. Call them in a way of calling them out, because it protects me, because they are, well, not my dad, but my mom is defaming me.
Yeah.
Subtly.
Yeah. And
she's very good at it. And
I know she is. I know. But all that is, what I propose is just to sort of debase her in a way, get her.
Like, hey, we know this is public display of drunkenness, basically.
Yeah. Right.
And it's more, this is not the first time. I mean, he's lost his wallet. Everyone has seen him drunk. And my mom, but every time they saw him drunk, my mom would be like, oh.
Well, the thing is,
saw him drunk. Her husband was like, is drunk again?
Well, you guys got that 2-witness rule thing, We could definitely push the issue. And, okay, 2 witnesses, but which 2 witnesses? Do they mean 2 Jehovah Witnesses or anybody,
Yeah.
I'm the spawn of Satan.
No.
So, my testimony don't count. But, I'm joking, but you know what I mean,
Yeah.
But still, there's you.
But just do your little call-out thing, or whatever.
Yeah.
That pilot thing, what is it called again?
The what?
The pilot.
The OODA Loop.
Okay, the OODA Loop.
Yeah.
Okay, you can do your OODA Loop, because I'm probably bad at that, and just...
Okay, and I'll sit down and go.
Yeah, like a subtle passing thought thing, and then you're all, okay, bye, have a nice day, and move on.
Well, the thing is, now that
I can just throw the OODA Loop at them, and then just take off down the road.
Now that I know that your dad was an elder at one point, you should still know the rules.
Yeah, exactly. And he won't forget.
So it'll be more like a question, like, hey, is there going to be a judicial meeting? Because according to this thing I read, that's mandatory.
Yeah, and this is coming from you, who's not a witness, of, they're all into, their example to non-Christians.
And I know that when you guys kind of question authority, you guys get pulled in the back and whatever. But
no,
there's no repercussion to me. It's like, hey.
Well, I think my parents need an OODA Loop in their direction just because of what my mom's doing to me. So. Yeah,
maybe not your dad. I think your dad don't give a shit, but your mom for sure.
Oh, I know. He doesn't care anymore, but she definitely wants. I mean, I swear it was her that pushed him to be a ministerial servant. I don't think he was up for it. He's tired.
Your mom.
It's too much work for him, and to her, it's a status symbol. Sorry.
Your mom would totally flip. I kind of want to do it when she's at the house, so I could break out the manual and say, "Hey, says it right there."
Yeah,
You
don't
know?
do that.
I will do that.
Because then she'll be all like worried about me and the kids and be like all weird to me, so that could backfire on me.
No, I don't think so.
Like,
It'll just debase her, and it's publication coming from the Watchtower, so it's not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, what? It was on the internet. I got it. It was state's evidence or country evidence from Australia, and I'm reading through this interesting little manual on how elders conduct their business. You know,
okay. Well, that part's up to you. I just want them to. I just want them to settle.
I have no problems with Jehovah Witnesses. I have problems with their leadership because I think they're freaking rotten to the core. So that's me personally. So, and this kind of proves it. I mean, they got it in writing. They write everything down. They're like the Nazis. That's what got them in trouble. So, anyway.
Whatever.
I'm on a mission.
I know you are. Right now, I don't think you're supposed to take down Jehovah's Witnesses. It's just my parents.
No,
not take them down. It's more like calling them out so they stop.
Yeah.
They stop doing what they're doing toward me.
Yeah, that's all. You know, I just want justice.
Yeah.
You know, that's the bottom line for me.
Yeah, I just want them to stop pretending and lying. So.
Well, now I'm gonna be all interested and I've been asking some difficult questions and say, hey, where's that judicial meeting?
Yeah.
You know? So it'll give them something to worry about because it's there, it's in print, and it's like, oh my God, and then she's gonna have to make up more stories, and it's just gonna spiral out of control. And in the meantime, they'll be off your back, I would imagine, because then now it's me. I'm involved.
Because I didn't have anything to do with that.
Yeah. And you have no control over me.
I'm giving you my blessing, so.
And you have no control over me, you know, as far as in that sense. And I don't answer to the elders either. So it's like, hey, the information's out there. And
I don't control you. I'm just like, okay. Yeah. And then you also want to protect me because you see what's happening to me, too.
Yeah. If they're going to play, you know, mind games, it's not your dad. Your dad's just playing along.
Yeah, he's not.
But if your mom's going to play stupid mind games like that, that's not right.
Then she needs to hear it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you already suffer from anxiety and stuff.
Yeah, exactly, I do. And that's why, this move is so good for me. You know?
Yeah.
I hope it's good for my family, too. You know, I want it to be good for all of us. Also, I feel safer having the kids away from all that.
Yeah, it's toxic. It's toxic, really, you know?
She's unstable, too. Like, I just want to get away from them.
Yeah. They just totally rain on our parade that we've had going on here, you know?
I didn't even see it coming because I thought it might be okay, you know?
But we were adults. We were, like, in our mid-30s.
Yeah, it's like, I'm in a separate house, no big. I remember being like, oh my God, are you going to be okay? And I'm like, oh yeah, we live in a separate house. Like, what can she do to me? I had no idea.
Man, and then some. I mean, stuff that
I had no idea how evil she was. I just knew, like, yeah, she was abusive to me, but the way she has other people turn on me and doesn't think anything of it and how it's affecting my kids, how it's affecting our social life.
You know, when I blew up on her the first time, it was more so because of the kids. It's like, you know, you just ruined our kids' chances of having friends now.
Yeah.
You know? And that's exactly what happened, because I saw that. I was like, really? Our kids are not getting invited to freaking functions, you know? And that's the
only the ones that everyone's invited to.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, and that really peed me off. I mean, I could have blown up a bit more.
Yeah, and to me, it just hurt me and sent me into, like, you know, depression and anxiety.
I know.
Like, gave up.
And,
I tried not to, but it built up over time, you know, because I could see that it was real.
I really wanted to blow up a bit more, but then that'll just feed her complex about, you know, possibly, you know, people of not the faith. Oh, typical non-Jehovah Witness blowing up and you know,
yeah, like
whatever. So
she can play so many games.
Yeah. So that will play into her, you know, her preconceived notions of, you know, what I'm about, you know. And it's like, fuck you, I'm not playing your game. I see what's going on.
Yeah.
It's the F you to your mom, but
yeah,
I think it's warranted, you know.
Yeah.
And believe me, I don't sit around thinking devious ways to get
I
your
know.
moms going.
You're
you
not
know, it's like
vindictive.
they drive us to this. You know?
Like we were just talking about how it's getting crazier, and they're all pretending like, what? Nothing happened.
Oh yeah. Well, wait until I break out the paperwork. You know, and it's like, oh, it says it right there. Look, see, what? This is a fake copy. Well, give me a copy that works. Well, why is this document secret? I thought everything should be out in the open. You know, I'm sure there's a few verses in the Bible that says that.
Well,
everything
I don't know.
That would be, huh?
Yeah, but just mostly just do the OODA Loop. You're getting into like this all.
That's part of it, and that's my contingency in case she escalates it in a stupid way.
A contingency plan. Okay.
Yeah, a contingency plan to out you know, maneuver her. That's part of the OODA Loop thing. There it is. Shepherd the Flock of God book. Yeah. I'm gonna enjoy this.
Good night.
Oh, come on now. No, it's alright. I'm not gonna read it to you. Breaking it up like a package.
So much more so with all the drama. I'm like, can they just tone it down and let me move?
I know.
But anyway,
I think I'm gonna give your mom something to think about.
It sure is interesting, though.
Huh? What?
It sure is getting interesting, though.
It is, and
I didn't want it to get interesting. I just wanted a normal life.
No, I don't either. You know, I don't want to be nasty, but damn, you know, she pushes me to go this route.
Me too. I was trying to be all like, take the high road when we're just leaving.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to go out and say that we're leaving because of you. Bye. You know.
Yeah, but it's almost coming to that point.
Just about. I mean, it just depends how bad you want to burn that bridge. I guess. You know.
I'm trying not to, actually. But
yeah. But man,
she's trying to burn it. Like, does she even want to visit us when we move? Like,
what?
Does she want to feel welcome when we move, or? Because apparently
I'm not
it doesn't seem like it. No, I'm saying that she's burning bridges because I'm like, doesn't she even get that, you know, if she's like this, we're not going to want her to come stay with us?
Right.
To even visit, you know? Yeah, we totally went off on our soapboxes tonight.
Oh, I know, right?
I hope the kids weren't listening. They don't sound like they're paying attention, but you never know.
Oh, they do. Yeah, but we're just venting. Long overdue.